Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, okay, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. All right. I'm gonna call this one. Well, I'm not quite sure. I think I'm gonna call while he is eating. Okay. Because these things that we've seen transpire the past couple of weeks with the train derailments, and now we're having now you're seeing these plants in Ohio starting to explode. I got that from this video here. Patrick Humphrey, all right, a video entitled "Multiple Plants Explode, Raining Metal and Toxic Chemicals." So what's happening is that Esau is eating, all right, as the scriptures tell us in the book of Job. All right, let's get that real quick. He's eating, meaning he's trying to establish this artificial kingdom, so to speak. His technocracy, his NWO, all right, which is going to be headed by the WF and the WHO, all right, the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization, all right. And you know, these things that are transpiring in the earth is this man eating, because there's a sinister agenda behind why these things are happening. And there's no coincidence that all these things are happening back to back, and it's destroying water, contaminating the water, contaminating the air, all right, in these different areas, all right, because it's not just Ohio. There's a few derailments that have taken place, all right, but there's a sinister agenda behind it. This is part of his order opkeo, bringing chaos, and he's going to present some order, which in this case the order is moving these people out of these contaminated cities, all right, that he's contaminating. He's blowing things up with toxic chemicals that's destroying the air, and he's going to force people to relocate into what he calls smart cities, or the 15-minute cities, all right. So he's eating, okay. So let me read this real quick. Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And part of him eating is, again, establishing this NWO, okay? And ultimately, he wants to get you into these smaller 15-minute cities, and he's going to put the C-hip in you and have total control over you, all right? So all these different, like these explosions that have happened as of late, okay? This happened probably yesterday or today. These explosions that have happened in Ohio, and then you had those derailments. This is all his doing, okay? Now let me pull back up that where'd it go? Okay, yeah, here we go. Now this was a little post from Twitter, by the tweet channel Global Freedom Network, and they put food for thought. The laws governing Agenda 2030 land development allow governments to seize polluted land and move their residents into smart cities. And this is why, they told the city of East Palestine that they don't qualify for FEMA, basically for aid, for them to come in there and clean up the mess they made. Because it's not about cleaning up the mess. It's about moving the people, taking hold of that land, which that land is like a breadbasket of America. It produces a lot of crops, as well as there's a lot of cattle, livestock, all right? And there's a major river that runs through there that's contaminated now. All right? I believe it's the Ohio River, all right? Which connects to the Mississippi River. All right, so they're contaminating everything, and they're going to use this as an excuse. All right, this is the chaos they're bringing to bring order to put you into these smart cities. All right, it says, important to note, if the land and water around you is completely poisoned, you don't get to opt out of the smart city. Smart city model coming down the pike. Are you starting to understand? All right, so basically what he's saying is that this is being done on purpose. All right, and us in the know, we know that it's being done on purpose. All right, we understand that this man is on a rampage. Okay, now from that little thing, that little post, I found this link. All right, I was going through the comments, and one of the guys, or one of the handles, that posted this link. All right, this is it says UN Habitat. All right, what's the UN? United Nation Habitat for a better urban future. Okay, let's read this. Okay, it says the people-centered smart cities framework presented in this playbook aligns with the new urban agenda shared vision number 11 of cities for all, referring to the equal use and enjoyment of cities and human settlements, seeking to promote inclusive that's a tongue twister, inclusivity, all right, and ensure meaning packed in 15-minute cities, all right, and ensuring that all inhabitants of present and future generations, without discrimination of any kind, are able to inhabit and produce just, safe, healthy, accessible, affordable, resilient, and sustainable cities and human settlements. All right, and this man, like the scriptures tell us, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue to forever. All right, let me get that real quick. I believe that's in Psalms. Okay. Psalms 49 and 11. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. And this is why they talking about future generations in these smart cities, all right? 15-minute cities, to where you only have a 15-minute radius, so to speak, to get to everything you need to. And of course, it's going to be all digitized, all right? It's going to be all digital. And the only way you're going to be able to operate is with the C-HIP, all right? See, this man is eating right now. He's establishing his NWO right under the nose of the people. In the process, he's taking people out, all right, because you're going to have people that ain't going to move from their homes. They're going to believe these demons and tell them that it's safe to drink the water, all right, to hunker down when you're constantly breathing in poison, all right. So a lot of people will die, and these cities will become inhabitable that he's destroying with these chemicals, all right, because they truly think that they're going to rule forever. All right, this is why I'm reading this. All right, going back to this, All right. It says seeking to promote inclusivity and ensuring that all inhabitants of present and future generations, because they believe they're gonna establish this future generation like Hunger Games type shit. All right. In Hunger Games, they were known as zones 1 through 12. All right. In today's age, they're known as regions, FEMA regions. All right. But then within those FEMA regions, you're gonna have different 15-minute cities, which is all gonna be digitized. All right. And the only way you can operate again is by having the C-HIP. Okay. We see what this man is up to. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has given us the eye salve to see what this man is up to. All right. We're not ignorant to his devices. All right. It says again, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. All right, to future generations. Okay, this man is on his way out. Okay, they called their lands after their own names. All right. The point being is that they believe in their mind that their houses is going to continue forever. Okay, let's go back to this. It says by creating a framework that centers people in smart city development, the delivery of policies and programs can be more inclusive and responsive to their needs. The goal of the playbook is to provide local governments with knowledge, tools, and resources that support putting people at the center of digital transformation, meaning putting them in these smart cities. That's nothing but only way you can operate is through digital. All right, and the main way you can operate is through the C-HIP. Okay. It says we call this next, and this is just the background of this book. Okay, which I should download this book, but I don't want no damn virus to jump on my damn computer. All right, I'll place this link in the description box for those who want to check it out. Lord will, I remember. It says, we call this next evolution of the smart city the people-centered smart city. People-centered smart cities leverage data, technology, and services for common good, delivering the inclusive and sustainable cities that are needed in the 21st century. However, the backdrop of today's smart city is complex for many national and local governments. The privatization of public infrastructure can reduce public oversight and equitable use of technologies, while dwindling trust in public institutions challenges government's capabilities. Meanwhile, many cities have become test beds for new, untested, and sometimes unregulated technologies, forcing local authorities to respond to disruptive trends instead of proactively shaping life in cities. And what's a disruptive trend that's happening right now? These derailments. All right, they're highlighting Ohio, but this is happening all over. All right, it's not just Ohio. There was one in West Virginia. There was one in Michigan. There was one in Houston. All right, I believe there was one in one of the Carolinas. Okay, so that's a disruptive trend. Instead of they teaching, it's forcing local authorities to respond to disruptive trends instead of proactively shaping life in cities. As a result, many cities are constantly catching up to today's technology industries. And how they gonna force you? Again, by destroying the cities. All right. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that, cause I had it up on DuckDuckGo. Cause I was looking for the actual law. All right. And just to see, you know, get these receipts. Okay. And it led me to that. So I was like, hey, this is a good this might be it here. See, this is the Reddit, okay, that I had clicked on earlier. Okay, let's look at this sustainable development. This is the PDF here. Maybe we could find something real quick. If not, I'll place the link in the description box as well. What happened? Esau not letting it come up. Oh, there we go. Transforming Our World 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Okay. And remember, they what you call what's that word they use to speed up the process? I forget the word that they use, but you know, accelerated. They accelerated this process. So really, it's 2025. They want these things in place. So this is why they're moving fast. Let's look and see if we could find something dealing with the land. Let's see. In poverty. See, this is what we're reading about right here where it says Goal 11. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. That's the smart cities. Let me see. I don't see nothing on the land. Let's scroll. It's got to be in there somewhere. I have to do some reading on this, but here's the plan here, you know? Here's the plan right here before our eyes. I'm sure that law is in this sustainable development, transforming our world. I'm sure it's in here, but you know, just gotta read a little bit. Like I said, I remember I placed this in the description box. Okay. You know, for if you want to take a look at this and see that this devil's plans, all right, because this is his plan, all right, on how to control the people after he destroys billions, okay? It says, let's go back to this, finish this out, and I'm going to grab a couple scriptures. It says, cities are the forefront of these challenges and bear much of the responsibility to make sure everyone has the opportunity to participate fully in a digital society. All right. Really, the people don't want the opportunity. All right. But he's gonna force you without forcing you. All right. He's gonna make life very hard for those that don't want to accept this digital world that he's got coming. Okay. This is where it's headed, man. All right. This is how we know the C-HIP is the MOT to the B. Okay? They ain't talking about no sin or none of that, man. They talking about a digital world that you're going to have to participate in. They're going to give you the opportunity to participate fully in a digital society. This is the devil speaking smooth things, but war was in his heart. Okay? It says, to guarantee this, local governments need to consider the impact technology has on access to services and life in cities. Let's read that again. To guarantee this, local governments need to consider the impact technology has on access to services. All right? What's one of the main services that you're gonna have to have access to? Buying and selling. All right? Food services. Okay? It says, in life in cities, the new urban agenda commitments 66, 91, 92, 151, 156 through 159. I'm guessing those are pages. At the same time, national governments must support and empower local authorities with policies, recommendations, and resources to address these digital challenges and opportunities. Smart cities should focus on people's needs, engage a diverse and wide range of stakeholders, reduce barriers to participation, and evaluate digital services and infrastructure from human rights perspective. All right? And that's them again pouring syrup on shit, calling it pancakes. This thing is gonna be they're gonna make life difficult if you don't want to participate in this digital society that they're bringing. And the only way you're going to participate is through the C-HIP. Okay? So this man is eating. All right? And he's going to force you into these smart cities. Let's get that in the scriptures, man. All right? I'm sorry. Well, that is what I want. I want the King James so I can go to the Apocrypha. Yeah, this man he's getting ready to and everything is adding up. Not adding up. That's the wrong word to use, but everything, the timing is perfect on both sides. All right, we're getting ready to keep the Passover in less than 2 weeks. Okay. Esau is totally on a rampage, derailing trains, making air unbreathable, water undrinkable, animals uneatable, livestock uneatable. Okay? He coming down with his. All right? So we can look forward to the Most High bringing massive judgments come after the Passover. All right. Let's get this real quick. Okay, because this is where we at. Okay, these things are getting ready to play out. They telling you they want smart cities to where you're gonna be stuck into a 15-minute city. You won't be able to go into another city. Your C-HIP won't work outside of 15 minutes of where you dwell. Okay. Second Ezra 15 and 15, key point 17 verse. Okay. And going back to Job 20, the Lord is going to rain down. He's going to cause the people to uproar. All right, to where he ain't going to be able to bring it digital. Okay? He's going to have to bring in the troops, that's what he wants. All right, he wants the people to uproar and to fight back. That way he can bring out the toys. All right, and really come down with great wrath, as it is written in Revelation, the 12th chapter. Okay? You know, people are getting laxed out here. The average person is getting lax because what? The spring is coming. You know, the seasons change. People going to be outside, but shit is going to change come springtime, man. All right? It's not going to be peaches and cream for the majority of the people. All right? The Lord is finna bring judgment, man. Okay? 2 Ezra 15:15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. And you're going to see these Edomites, all right, start raising hell real soon because of what this man, their government, what he's doing. Okay? You getting ready to see these Edomites take up on. Watch when the weather gets better. All right? These Edomites, these right-wing Edomites, these patriots, they not going for it. Okay? So they're going to have a problem, all right, but with setting this thing up. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell us in the fullness of his sufficiency is also in the book of Job. Okay? Let me get that. Job, yep, the same chapter, verse before it. So I'm going to read both of them. Okay, it says, Job 20 and 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right, it's going to be difficult for him to totally just bring it because these Edomites, they seeing what this man is doing. This is an Edomite that posted this tweet. This is an Edomite's handle. That ain't Jake. This is these Edomites seeing what their government is doing, man. All right? They're seeing what their government is doing, and they all on social media letting the people, making the people aware or trying to make the people aware. Okay? It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, meaning he gonna be in a position of difficulty. It's not gonna go as smooth as he thinks with this whole transforming our world. It ain't gonna go as smooth as he's written it down and got plans for it. All right? These Edomites ain't going down without a fight. They not going into slavery to their government. All right? The digital slavery. They not going for it. And this is beautiful. And this is why we in 2nd Ezra 15, which we're going to go back to. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And that's what's going to happen. All right? He's getting to the fullness of his sufficiency. Okay? He's bringing the hammer down and causing it on derailment when he blowing up trains. All right? He's the one doing these things. Okay? So back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. And this is what's going to happen. These Edomites going to take up arms against their government eventually. All right? And it's going to happen sooner than later. All right? And swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. This is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. A sedition is the people coming against the government. And these Edomites, all right, they see that the government has not their best interest. Don't you know that Joe Biden is over in Ukraine right now? All right, while the different parts of America is being made inhabitable due to these train derailments with toxic chemicals in toxic water. He hasn't said anything about this shit. He ain't bringing no help to the people or nothing. So this is gonna cause these people to say, you know what, F that. It's getting to that boiling point, all right, where the people are gonna start standing up, and there's gonna be a great sedition in this country, man. Okay, it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. All right, it's gonna get to that bad to where men are gonna start invading one another. And trust and believe you me that a lot of these right-wing, patriotic Edomite men, all right, they know where these governors and these politicians are living. All right, they're gonna go after them first. All right, it says they shall not regard their kings, which are these governors and politicians, nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And this is the course of their actions. this shit. All right, them not getting aid for the improper cleanup for them chemical spills, so-called spills. So the people are gonna say, it's gonna come to the point to where the people are gonna say, you know what, F this. All right. Because if we continue to sit back, they're gonna continue to do these things and constantly lock us in this gate. All right. If we don't do anything. Okay. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. It's going to be martial law first. All right. And you know, these smart cities are going to provide that as well, but they're not going to establish it to how they want. Okay. These cities are going to be shut off by these troops. Okay. It ain't going to be easy just to go up in the city. All right. When you watch that show, The Last of Us, you had the cities being cornered off by the people, and you couldn't just roll up in the city. You couldn't just leave the city. All right. Well, that's how Esau is gonna have it. You ain't gonna just be able to roll up into a city like you are now. That's how bad it's gonna get. All right. And this is all the Lord's doing. Okay. It says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, it's going to get that bad to where men are going to be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's with all these explosions that's have taken place in these train derailments, which is leaving the food and water toxic to where it's not eatable and it's not drinkable. All right. Plants are being blown up. Okay, metal plants, food manufacturing plants, they're being blown up. Okay, so this famine and all this is getting ready to hit, and it's gonna hit hard. And this is all the Lord's doing. We're reading it. All right, and we see it playing out in real time. Okay, if your eyes are open. Okay. So like I said, I'll place these links in the description box. This one, as well as this one, if you want to check this out and read up a little more on it, you know, through the spirit. You know, so I guess I'll call this While He Is Eating in the News, or just like an open forum. And you know, it's on to the next video. Giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. It's on to the next show. Shalom.